There is nothing better than big weights on the big stage in a big pressure situation here at the 2019 Reebok CrossFit Games. Event 8, a 1-rep max clean. It's in a ladder form, but here's the twist. One person lifts at a time on the floor. All eyes are on you, Chase.
I cannot imagine what that feels like. We just had two of the best Olympic lifters in the world with us. This is similar to that, but now we're talking CrossFit style.
Right.
You're gonna have people screaming in your face to get these lifts. The only thing I am disappointed in is I don't get to be on the floor to listen to this crowd and watch these athletes take on this event.
And we appreciate our media partners, CrossFit, for providing us with these image via their world feed. Look, I can't imagine the nerves. I get nervous enough when my dog watches me lift. I don't know what it would be like having tens of thousands of people sitting there waiting for you to pick up a barbell.
Here's the thing, though, is that there's something about being in front of a crowd with a single lift. Every time I've PR'd a lift, which is few and far between, is during a competition.
Right.
And there's, if you handle it the right way, but you got something like a clean. It'd be different, I would say, if it was a snatch, because it's so technical and there's so much room for error. When it's a clean,
you can fight through it.
You're gonna stand, pull, get your elbows around. If you can get close to that, people are gonna do I think you're gonna see some amazing things from these athletes, especially when they're going one at a time.
And Tia Toomey is your overall leader. We just spoke with an Olympian here on the set. She was an Olympian in weightlifting in 2016 for Australia at the Rio Summer Games. She is used to this type of event.
And coming off that last event, I can only imagine how charged up she is to put an exclamation point on the end of the day.
We start at 215 pounds for the women, and then we work our way up. Every time you make a lift, you advance to the next one. When you miss a lift, you move to the 195-pound bar, and you complete as many deadlifts as you can. I'm sorry, is 5 reps per time. That's a tiebreak. As quickly as you complete 5 reps on the deadlift at 195. Once you miss a lift, but 215 pounds is the opening weight for the women, and that is the platform.
Are you sure that's not the men's opening weight, 215?
It's insane.
So I would last 2 rounds and then be doing some deadlifts.
So this is the lifting order. So Amanda Barnhart, who did well in the speed, clean, and jerk ladder last year, won the event. She's going to start things off, followed by Anna Franco. Overall leader Tia Toomey. We'll get to wait and see what happens before she takes to the floor. So here comes Amanda Barnhart, 10th overall now after 7 events.
She had a tough event in the last one. You know, you were talking earlier, she might be dealing with a little bit of an ankle injury. Pegboards were a struggle for her last year. She shored that up a little bit.
I want to correct something. The tiebreak is a clean tiebreak. It is not a deadlift, so it's 5 reps clean, not deadlift. So let's make that clear to everybody. That's insane. So 215 is easy for Amanda Barnard.
What's really fun about this is that it's kind of like weightlifting limbo. You know, instead of the bar slowly getting lower and lower and we go one at a time, those weights are increasing and increasing. And I can only imagine just standing in line, getting next to called up on the platform for these lifts.
So Anna Franco is next. She is in 9th place overall, 420 total points, 215 pounds on the bar. Franco chooses to squat clean that will count, and she will move on to 220. Franco walking off the floor, and we have a treat for you, ladies and gentlemen, as Turi Helgadottir gets out to the lifting platform. We're joined now by Coach Mike Bergener. Going to be with us for the rest of this event and for the men. Coach, how are you, man?
I'm doing really great. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic now that you're here. Yeah. This is going to be a blast.
Oh, I love this. This is a great event right here.
This has got to remind you a lot of what you're used to in weightlifting competitions.
Yeah, it's awesome. You know, here's the thing I've always said is that, you know, you kind of milk the snatches, but you win with the clean and jerk, right?
So Turi Helgadottir will miss her first attempt. And Helgadottir And that is the effect of the crowd.
So much of this stuff is about motivation and getting within yourself to really make it happen. And she pulled deep within there to make that happen.
Here comes Bethany Chadron now at 215 pounds. You've prepared athletes for events like this. What do you tell them before they go out there on the platform?
Yeah, just, you know, do what you've learned all along. Don't make it too simple. Don't make it too complex. Just get up there and clean the weight.
215 for Chadron. Chadron struggling to get out of the hole. Won't be able to do it.
She can attempt it again if she wants.
The crowd wants her to attempt it again.
Love the way she moves her feet. That's where you get your speed from, but it might be a little wide to come out of that. No more.
It didn't have enough left in the tank, so Bethany Chadron is going to bow out after 215. And she'll go for the tiebreak later on at 195 pounds. So we're down to now 9 athletes before we even clear the first barbell. Here comes Haley Adams, making her rookie debut here at the individual competition at the CrossFit Games.
I can't overstate it enough. An 18-year-old out there in the top 10.
And she will not be able to make that first attempt. The crowd wants her to go for it again. Looked like she had a good pull on that, Coach.
Yeah, she had a great pull, but you know, she has no leg drive right now. It's all about speed and timing. She's got to be able to get that leg drive going, and really and truly that bar is high enough for her to pull herself into that front squat position. But she's not mentally ready for it.
So Haley Adams will bow out. We're down to 8 athletes left as she will be doing the tiebreak at 195 later on. Here comes Catherine Davis-Daughter, who has been working her way up the leaderboard. Got into the top 10 in event 6, moved up to 5th overall in event 7.
It's actually a big event for her because clean isn't necessarily her biggest strength between the 2 lifts.
No problem for Catherine Davis-Daughter. She will advance to 220 pounds. Now we work our way into the top 4 athletes in the overall standings. Here comes Kerry Pierce, 4th overall with 534 points. Just 7 points back of Jamie Green. So if she can beat Jamie Green in this event, she'll move back into 3rd.
Here we go. 215.
215 for Pierce, and she has trouble getting out of the hole.
20 seconds remaining for another attempt.
That bar is just way in front of her center of gravity is all it was.
There you go, Madison.
A little bit more balance and she's got it.
10 seconds.
10 seconds for Pierce. She's going to make another run at 215.
She's under in the top, rolling back.
And she won't be able to complete that lift, so Kerry Pierce will bow out at 215. And now we're down to 7.
Welcome, Jamie Green, to the platform.
And that's good news for Jamie Green because Kerry Pierce is directly behind her in the overall standing. So Jamie Green, if she can make this lift, will add to her lead over 4th place Kerry Pierce.
Jamie Green setting up to the 215. Here we go.
215 for Green, and that'll count.
Jamie Green.
Nice lift.
Please welcome Kristen Holton to the platform.
Kristen Holta up next, 2nd overall. .576 total points, 45 back of Toomey after Toomey's win in event 7. And Holta will stick that.
Very nice lift. Nice and strong, smooth, good leg drive. Pull herself into that front squat beautifully.
One lifter remains here at 215, and that is your overall leader, Toomey.
She is my favorite march up to the platform over any other athlete in the field. I remember her coming out for the Olympics up to that clean and jerk. It was amazing.
Get out of her way. 2:15 for Tia Toomey.
That's a power play.
I mean, that's, come on.
Maybe she's just warming up the old legs with the heavier weights. That's what that is.
I love the beauty of her being able to go through her patterns right before she lifts and addresses the bar. It's the same every single time if you watch her. She's got time, she addresses the bar the same. She goes up there very confidently and puts a lot of acceleration on the bar. Unbelievable.
Message loud and clear there from Tia Toomey. And now the tie break from the athletes who missed the 215-pound bar. They'll step up to 195 pounds, and they'll have to clean it 5 times as quickly as they possibly can.
So now these athletes will be working on
That'll get going in 1 minute. And Kerry Pierce and Haley Adams chalking up to get ready for that test. Now, Haley Adams really struggled with 215 as she's got 20 fewer pounds on the bar. But this will be order of finish for 5 reps at 195.
And this is a big deal because this is 10 points apiece based off how they separate each other.
These will be spots 8 through 10.
30 seconds.
And for Kerry Pierce, it's a very big deal.
That's huge because Kerry Pierce right now in 4th place overall, trying not to fall out of the top 5. We're underway. Kerry Pierce, Bethany Chadron in the middle, and then Haley Adams closest to the camera. 5 reps at 195.
Oh no.
What did you like about that?
I mean to laugh, but I wasn't ready for that reaction.
Oh god, that's all right. I mean, you know, notice that she's pulling the bar up and she's trying to get low by throwing her feet out. She's trying to muscle the bar up, but she's what, 18 years old?
Yeah, you're talking about Haley Adams.
There you go, right?
And Kerry Pierce.
With all the work that's going on, she needs, you know, you can see the leg strength that, you know, starting to be compromised a little bit, right? But Haley's just young, and she's, I'm sure that with a little bit of...
she'll get there.
Oh, she'll definitely get there.
Pierce now through 3. Chadburn back on the barbells. Haley Adams continues to recover.
Yeah.
I think if you could combine Kerry's pull with Chadburn's catch.
Keep that applause going.
Yeah.
Here she comes, stepping up to the bar.
Adams hits that.
Oh my God, she is so strong. Good technique.
Stands up tall, up and over the
And
bar.
Pierce will finish in 8th place.
Give it up for Kerry Pierce.
And it seems low, but that's a 20-point save.
Bethany Chadron will hit that. So now for Haley Adams.
30 seconds.
I mean, and at this point,
as a coach, if I could be there, I'd just tell her to stop.
Yeah, I mean, why waste the effort at this point?
You're not going to beat Bethany.
Right.
You're going to get the same place whether you get 2 more lifts or 1.
Correct.
And you have an opportunity to not injure yourself moving forward. We still have a whole nother day of competition.
She has 10 seconds. Come on, Madison, help her out.
Chadburn will make that, so she will take 9th in the event, and Haley Adams will take 10th.
Bethany finishing up.
All right, so we're sending it back over to the platform where we have added 5 pounds.
Bethany Chadron, Kerry Pierce, and Haley Adams, their days are now finished, and they will turn their attention to Sunday. But we still have business to tend to as 7 women remain. Amanda Barnard, who power cleaned 215, now steps up to 220.
It was borderline muscle clean, what she did to that bar on the first round.
Oh,
I mean, come on.
Whoa.
Really? Really? All right.
Whoa.
220, good for Amanda Barnhart.
Oh, yeah.
If I was sitting in the chairs, I'd look left and right like, so, second place. Anybody else?
Wow.
Beautiful lift. A lot of leg strength there, guys.
Anna Franco coming up next. She was 9th place overall, making her first career appearance here at the CrossFit Games. She has 420 total points, now stepping up to the 220-pound bar. And Franco will make that lift, and she stays alive, and she'll move on to 225. 7 lifters remain here on the second barbell.
Please welcome Tia Helgedotter back to the platform.
Now, Tia Helgedotter had to fight through 215. Now she steps up to 220.
I mean, it's only a 5-pound increase from the first one, and I think getting in just a little better position has a dramatic effect on standing up out of the hole.
Helgedotter under it, but not able to stand it up.
15 seconds.
She has 15 seconds left to make another attempt, and here comes the crowd getting behind Tia Helgedotter. And it won't go for Tia Helgedotter, so she will bow out at 220, and we are now down to 6 lifters left.
Please welcome Katrin Davidson.
I'm really impressed with the fact that she came back that quick and still got underneath the bar. So she's got great speed, great leg drive, but she just needs to get her legs stronger, that's all.
The old back to the squat rack.
Front squats, and a lot of them.
Katrin Davidson now at 220. 5th place overall coming into the event.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
And no problem for Katrin Davidson.
Nice technique.
Jamie Green,
Jamie Green,
3rd place overall. Wow, Jamie Green will hit that.
Yep.
And she will move on as the weight will increase to 225 on the next barbell.
Put your hands together.
Here comes Kristen Holton, who currently sits in 2nd place overall. 35 points up on Jamie Green, who sits in 3rd, and 45 points back of Tia Toomey, who is our overall leader.
Come on, up.
And Holta will hit that, and she moves on.
I think between her and Jamie Green, she seemed a bit more balanced at the bottom of the receiving position, where I think like 5 more pounds for Green, getting a little bit too on their toes.
Right. Remember, it's all about balance coming out of that hole, too. If that bar is a little bit in front of you, it's really going to be much heavier and inefficient coming out of the hole. This would be no problem, I would predict here. But never say never. Who knows?
Gonna go out on a limb.
Yeah. Look at that. Oh my God.
Toomey for 220. I mean,
Tia-Clair Toomey.
every time I see these fittest women on earth do this, I still just marvel at their strength and skill.
Well, if you watch her hips, the hips go up, right? The hips go up. Where's the bar go? Goes up. If the hips don't go all the way up, the bar's going to go out a little bit. That is such a beautiful lift, and she's very efficient with her body and creating acceleration on that barbell. It's outstanding.
We're down to 6, and we now move to 225 pounds. As Tia Helgedotter will not have to do a tiebreak because she's the only woman who failed on that barbell, so she will take 7th in the event. These are the women left in the field: Amanda Barnhart, followed by Franco, Davidsdottir, Green, Holta, and Toomey, and that is the order in which we will proceed as you move through this event. It's the 8th event of the 2019 Reebok CrossFit Games, and that woman, Amanda Barnhart, could really use an event win right now. 10th place overall coming into this event. 386 total points. Just put that in perspective, Tia Toomey, your overall leader, has 621.
welcome back Amanda Barnhart.
Let's see if Amanda Barnard decides that she might need to squat this one.
Based on the last one, I would say I don't think so. But you never know.
Like, save the legs for when you need them.
Yeah, exactly.
225 for Amanda Barnhart.
Oh, she did. Okay.
And no problem.
Good at 225 for Barnhart.
Very efficient. Tia's looking pretty doggone good.
I think this one might come down to Barnhart against Toomey.
Yeah.
Now, that's going to be interesting to see what time difference they put between the additional weight jumps between the two of them.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for her.
Anna Franco up next. 225 pounds on the bar. Franco coming in 9th place overall.
I felt like she had a good last lift. It's just kind of going to depend on what the weights end up stopping her.
Oh, quick under the bar. Outstanding. Nicely done. Uses the energy of the bar to help her out of the squat. That was very, very nice. I also like the way these guys are setting up with their hips right underneath the feet right underneath the hips to get more leg drive that creates a lot more acceleration on the bar.
Here comes Kristen Davidsdottir. As so far, we're 2 for 2 at the 225-pound bar. Davidsdottir, along with Toomey, trying to become the first women to win 3 CrossFit Games championships.
This is a big lift for Katrin.
Love that lift.
Little sticking point there in the middle, but Kristen Davidsdottir will hit 225.
If you check her grip width, her grip is much wider than most of the field here, and that just tells me that she really needs fast elbows to get around, and then she's doing a great job. She's really using her legs nicely on there as well.
The voice you're hearing is Coach Mike Bergener. I'm sure you all are very familiar with him. We're really glad to have you here in the booth with us. I'm Sean Woodland with Chase Ingram. This is the 8th event of the 2019 Reebok CrossFit Games as we close out day 3 of competition. Big weights under the lights. It doesn't get much better than this at the CrossFit Games as Jamie Green steps up to 225 pounds.
Jamie Green's up. 10 seconds in, 20 seconds to go.
20 seconds, plenty of time for Jamie Green.
She has plenty of time.
She looks to make one more attempt at 225.
Madison, help a sister out. Keep that applause going for Jamie Green.
Just not enough time to recover, so Jamie Green, she will bow out. We are down to 5.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So Kristen Holta can hit this lift. Holta will increase her lead over Jamie Green. Holta coming in 2nd place overall. Jamie Green right behind her in the overall standings, 35 points back in 3rd.
It's also huge for Kristen Davidsdottir. When you're talking about the strength event being a clean, normally that would be a tough thing for Katja to deal with. To put herself in what would look like the top 4.
Oh, nice.
And Holta's going to fight through it and make it, and that is huge for Kristen Holta.
That is outstanding.
Huge for both athletes. I mean, when was the last time Kristen Holta or Kristen Davidsdottir got top 4 in any strength event other than a snatch for Kristen Davidsdottir?
Now Kristen Davidsdottir will sit and watch Tia Toomey, the final woman to lift in this round. Getting the crowd behind her early here as she steps up to 225 pounds.
She wants the applause, so let's give it to her as she approaches 225.
Oh, and that was no problem for her. So we are through 225. Jamie Green, the only woman to bow out of the competition. She will finish in 6th place in the event. 5 lifters remain, and we move up to 230 pounds.
Here's what I'm really enjoying about this event, different than anyone they've done at the games. We've always had the speed something ladder, where it rewards speed, not necessarily technique, right? Just brute strength and power. We've even done ladders to a certain extent, but the single lift where they get to take their time,
Right.
different than anything we've seen here at the games.
Coach, take us through this replay. I mean, just how picture perfect
Oh,
is
it's
this?
unbelievable. I mean, if you take a look at that bar, if it goes up to mid-thigh, then all of a sudden she does what they call the double knee bend and the knees re-bend. She is beautifully over the bar, and her legs just extend very aggressively and viciously to create acceleration on the bar as well as elevation. Pulls herself into the front squat. It's just outstanding. And of course, she's thinking that she's an Olympian in weightlifting, right? So this is her.
It's not foreign
her
territory.
thing. No. This is her event. She loves this. And if you threw the jerk in there, it would even be better.
Yeah.
230.
Amanda Barnhart steps up to 230 pounds. Barnhart looking to move herself up the overall leaderboard. Just one of 5 lifters remaining here.
Up. Oh yeah.
And that looked almost effortless.
And it's just so smooth. I mean,
You look offended right now.
I really am. It's like I don't know if I'm impressed or I'm insulted. I can't
it's a little bit of both.
I'm in a glass box of emotions right now. I can't quite figure out how I feel about it.
Here
That
goes
was outstanding.
Anna Franco. 5 lifters remain, 230 pounds on the bar. Amanda Barnard, the first lifter successful at 230. And now Franco.
And I love shifting kind of from the power athlete to the speed athlete.
Look how quick she is. Oh, yeah.
And she will win that fight.
Wow,
Franco stays alive.
outstanding. She is quick. That quickness really helped her get out of there, too. Get out of the hole.
We're calling this from inside the Rogue 10 as Catherine Davis' daughter steps up to the barbell. Everybody in here, no one is shopping.
No.
Everyone's watching the action on the big screen. This is incredible.
Don't you just love the Olympic lifts?
It's fantastic.
And you guys are outside sweating your butt off. We got some air conditioning in here for you.
And a giant screen. Davis' daughter at 230.
Get up.
Oh,
And will get herself out of the hole. So Catherine Davis' daughter moves on. We're 3 for 3, 2 lifters remaining.
talk me through the double bounce.
Well, the
Getting
double
through the box.
bounce is like, we practice that in training actually, where you do 1 1/4 front squats in order to learn to receive that bar and to put energy on the end of the bar that will help you come out of the squat. Because you got to practice that movement. It just doesn't happen, and I'm sure that she's been heavy enough in the front squat to have to practice that double knee, that double bounce in there. We call them 1 1/4 front squats.
Approaching
Here comes Kristen Holta at 230 pounds.
Look at that quick.
Holta trying the same thing as David's daughter, but Holta unable to get out of the hole plenty of time, but you wonder how much that took out of her.
She has 10 seconds to go. Madison,
One more attempt for Holta. Won't be able to get it, so Holta's going to bow out at 230. We're down to 4 athletes.
This girl is really strong, and I love her to death because her work ethic is just phenomenal. Really uses every bit of energy from her body, and she's a champion.
Tia Toomey stepping up to 230 pounds, the final lifter to go here on this weight.
She sets up the same every single time. It's always the same.
She's under it.
An easy day for Tia Toomey. Kristen Holta, the only one to be eliminated on the 230-pound barbell. We move to 235. Holta will take 5th overall in the event. And that'll be good for 60 points for her. So she will pick up points on Jamie Green. She'll add about 10 points to her lead. Let's look at Anna Franco at 230.
All of them looking for the win. We have Amanda Barnhart, Anna Franco.
Nicely done. Notice how she brought her hips back under the bar to help her get out of that front squat. It's outstanding.
And now one more look at Catherine Davis' daughter, who did the double bounce out of the bottom of that squat.
Now she brings her hips forward under the bar to help her get out of there.
4 women remain: Amanda Barnhart, Anna Franco, Catherine Davis' daughter, and Tia Toomey. As we now move to 235 pounds. Amanda Barnhart up first. This is the 5th barbell that these women have faced. Barnhart at 235. Right to work and no problem whatsoever. And now Chase is just laughing.
I think I saw her yawn in the middle of that lift. I swear to you.
I think we have
man.
a contest going on here, guys.
I think Barnhart and Toomey are just throwing some haymakers
my
at each other
God.
right now. Here comes Anna Franco.
This gal really impresses me. I mean, she is tiny, but a dynamite type of body right there, right? She's very quick. If she can catch this the right way, she might be able to come out of it, but I think it's going to be a challenge for her.
Looking to get 235.
Here's Franco at 235.
She's under.
Won't be able to stand up. She has plenty of time, but with these heavier weights, that just takes a lot out of you, and you don't have a lot of time to recover.
This girl is quick.
Here comes the crowd to help.
They just have to have lift off before that 30-second hits.
The Franco won't be able to hit that, so she will drop out. We're down to 3.
Give it up for Katrin Davis-Daughter.
This is going to be big for Katrin, because if she can make this, it's not just the finishing place that she'll get by double, but she might have a hard time with the 195 against Franco.
Well, 3 of the 4 women she's chasing have already bowed out. 235 for Davis-Daughter.
She's got to stay with that a little bit longer.
Looked like she had it, but then lost it forward. Let's see if the crowd can get her through this lift. 235, one more attempt for Davis-Daughter.
Up, come on.
Can't get out of the hole, so Davis-Daughter will bow out, which means we're going to have a tiebreak between her and Franco. We're down to 2, and the 2 that we thought would be left at this point. Amanda Barnhart and Tia Toomey, but Toomey has yet to make a run at 235.
Welcome back, Tia-Clair Toomey. 235 on the bar. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
No problem for Tia Toomey. We're down to Toomey and Barnard. We're going to have a tie break between Franco and Davis-Daughter for the heavyweight title fight will begin here as we move up to 240 pounds.
I'd say put 250 on it and see.
Let's just skip to the end.
Yes, go for it.
I was like, what if they just said a gentleman's agreement? You're like, 250?
Yeah.
You want to stop messing around? I'm getting tired. Let's lift some weights.
Yep.
Oh, man, both of these are great athletes. Very good Olympic weightlifters. 2 different styles, too, right? I mean, God, Barnard is just amazing. She's strong, powerful.
Now, the winner of this tiebreak will take 3rd place, and that'll be good for 80 points. 4th place will receive 70. So Katrin Davis-Daughter.
It's something she really, really can use, because getting an extra 10 points here at the tail end when she's trying to charge herself back up, sitting in 5th place, this is going to be a big tiebreak for Katrin Davis-Daughter.
And she's 70 points back at Kerry Pierce, so she's going to be able to cut into that lead pretty significantly here.
Seconds.
5 reps at 195.
Stand by.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Our 2 athletes going
Franco hits the first, Davis-Daughter hits both back on the barbell. Franco through 2, just ahead of Davis-Daughter. Now 3 for Franco, and that'll count. Davis-Daughter through 3. 4th attempt for Franco, Davis-Daughter with her 4th attempt. Now 1 more remains for Anna Franco. She looks to take 3rd place from Katrin Davis-Daughter. Franco will get up and over, and Anna Franco will finish 3rd in the event, and Davis-Daughter is going to take 4th.
And in about 30 seconds, less than that, 27.57. And now Madison makes some noise for the one.
Katrin Davis-Daughter, in true Katrin spirit, is going to finish up anyway and get herself across the finish line. And day 3 done for those 2 competitors, and we are now down to the final 2. It's Amanda Barnhart and Tia Toomey.
You can't hear it.
Hide your wife.
But I'm rubbing my hands together.
Real up in here.
Rub my hands together real hard.
I think I would adopt these 2 girls for weightlifters for sure.
How much fun are you having right now?
Are you kidding me? I'm loving this. I mean, like, it's hard for me to keep my mouth shut. I'm going to yell and scream for them, right? I mean, it's just amazing. Jiminy Christmas.
We get up to 240 lifting. Now. Here comes Amanda Barnhart.
Here she goes, under and up.
Just stop it. Just stop it. Come on. Easy for Amanda Barnhart.
You know how high that bar's going?
Higher than I can get it, Coach.
She would be power cleaning, I guarantee you. That is amazing.
I'm just happy when that bar gets off the ground.
Yeah, I know. Happy to deadlift that.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Well, wait till you become a geezer, then it's really even happy to look at it.
So Tia Toomey steps up to 240 pounds.
Here she comes, ladies and gentlemen.
And she will widen her lead on Kristen Holta. The question is now, can she win this event?
Tia-Clair.
Toomey will hit that. Let's go to 245.
I'd say that's the first time Tia's looked significantly faster out of the hole than Amanda has. It's still easy for both of them,
right?
But Tia's speed isn't slowing down.
45. Continuing on.
The worst Tia Toomey can do in this event,
Increments.
the second place, and that would be good for 90 points as we take one more look at Amanda Barnhart. Now Toomey's attempt
Are you guys ready
at
to see
240.
this?
Look at those legs. Even the Christmas. That good old double knee bend there, coming up, creating acceleration on the bar.
I feel like the only downside, and Coach, maybe better to answer this question than I am, that Amanda pulls it so high, yet she's still catching in a full squat that it's almost crashing on her a little bit.
Yeah. You always want to remember when you're coaching athletes that you make them go to the bar and not the hole. When you go to the hole too soon, the bar can crash on you, and then you've got all kinds of problems. That the bar can come out of position. So you always go meet the bar, then you go to the hole. You never want to go to the hole and then the bar crashes on you. So fast elbows. Notice also that Barnhart's grip is much more narrow. So that's going to be harder for her to get the elbows around. I like a wider grip. I actually like the grip of the daughters because they really go wide and they can rack the bar very quickly. Obviously the leg strength needs to be there a little bit more, and both of these girls have leg strength. It's going to come down to the very end, I'm telling you. They're both great.
Well,
but I think you're right. Tia's the one that I think has got very good leg strength there.
Barnhart stepping up to 245. If Toomey wins this event, she will almost double her lead over Kristen Holta. Amanda Barnard, who came in 10th place overall, that's going to change after this event, 245.
Look at that.
Oh, and that will count.
Easy. Amanda Barnhart.
245, guys. That's amazing. At 111 kilos.
Now Toomey up next. Even if Toomey finishes second in this event, she will increase her lead over second place Kristen Holta by 30 points. She's in a really good spot right now. Toomey stepping up to 245. We only have 3 barbells remaining.
I say keep going.
Why not?
240.
And that's about the first time we've seen maybe a minor fault in her form, but it still goes up pretty easily.
The leg strength is definitely there. The back collapsed a little bit on the receiving position, so she's got to be aware of that. Otherwise, that could pull her forward, and she'd have a harder time getting out of the hole.
Now we move up to 250 pounds.
How much time are they giving them in between lifts now? You know,
It's about 30, 45 seconds that week.
Amanda Barnhart.
Reset with a minute.
And you mentioned last time Toomey looked a little faster. I think this time Barnhart may have looked a little better than Toomey.
watch her. Still looks pretty doggone good, both of them, man.
They said it was a little, it wasn't much, but at those weights, that's a little extra inch forward makes the world of difference.
Makes all the difference in the world. I also like the fact that these guys are wearing the weightlifting shoe. They can get more drive against the ground here, and it really looks good.
250 for Amanda Barnard. She and Tia Toomey, the only 2 athletes remaining.
250 pounds is where we are at, Madison.
Oh, man.
And Barnard has no problem with that.
And this is kind of what we were talking about earlier, is that, you know, for Barnhart, where she was pulling it so high but it's coming down on her, I think almost the weight increase where she's not able to pull it as high is actually working to her benefit.
You know, every pull is like a power clean. Even a full clean you pull it like a power clean, and you would like to power clean everything and meet the bar where it is. Very, very strong ladies.
Tia Toomey now to 250.
This is going to be big for her. See if she can come back with a good technique here.
This Olympian is no stranger to this situation. Here we go, Madison.
Come on.
Toomey double bounce, it'll work for her, and she stays alive. Now we move on to 255. The final weight is 260.
We move on to 250.
Well,
maybe get some more weights out there.
hell, I see them. They're right there.
Good lift.
I think when someone hits a lift at this weight, that is all you really can say to them at this point.
I really like the way Barnhart stays flat-footed for as long as possible and drives against the platform as long as she can, creating acceleration on the bar. That really looked like a great lift for me. If I had to guess, this girl could probably clean and jerk 275, 280. I mean, she's very powerful. On a fresh day, you know.
Well, that's a really good point. I mean, they've been through 7 events over the last couple of days.
Right.
Pretty
They
beat
did
up.
200 pistols yesterday.
Yeah, think about all the pulling as well in Mary.
These ladies making it look so easy. Who in here?
She's serious.
255, make some noise.
We're at the 255-pound barbell as Amanda Barnhart is looking to really improve her position on the overall leaderboard. She came into this event in 10th place overall, and that is going to change if she can rack up 100 points in an event win here. 255 pounds.
Getting the green light to go. 255 for Amanda.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's just a misfocus. That was so unbelievably easy. Do you see the hips and how high that ball came?
Halfway up there, I was like, oh yeah, no
Oh
problem.
yeah, yep, she got that. So 255 is good for Barnhart. And now Tia Toomey.
Do you think some of those little slip-ups just come to maybe putting more effort than you need to? Just because you think the weight's getting up a little bit?
I just think that it's the focus and concentration just a little bit gets out of the way, and you might have what I always say is a brain fart, right? You know, so you just gotta stay with that.
Here's Toomey, first attempt at 255.
Get up.
Oh,
there it is.
Woo, okay.
There it is.
We have a
barbell
contest.
remains.
Oh my
We go to
God.
260. So that's the final barbell.
Listen,
Guess we're going to have a tiebreak after that, so this might come down to the 195 barbell if they're going to go that route.
I don't want it to come down to the
I don't
195
either. Just keep throwing
barbell.
plates on there.
Hey, we're here for the entertainment to begin with. Just
Right.
keep going. We're not on a time schedule.
You're right.
not. We're
No.
here for the show, and we're getting it. I hope they keep going. Why not?
Another look at Amanda Barnhart, and that was
There she had the little collapse on her, or you were talking
First time
about
we've
the
seen that.
bar crashing on them, right? That one actually crashed a little bit on her. You got to be able to meet that bar.
260 on the barbell. Barnhart and Toomey going toe-to-toe here in event 8 in the Coliseum at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison, Wisconsin, as we close out day 3 of competition for the women. The men are coming up next.
The men can wait. All right? You just sit down, shut up. I'm
Wait your turn.
watching some lifting. All right?
I'm with you on
The
this.
men
These-
can wait.
got two great athletes here going head to head. How much fun is that?
You know? We got Frazier and Ali going head to head. We want a 13th round.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Now Amanda Barnhart will step up to 260 pounds. 255 was the first time we saw her look less than perfect, but she still completed the lift pretty easily. 260 for Amanda Barnhart. Okay then.
Go up.
There you go. That's good.
So you put one finger up in the air, you're like, fixed it.
Focus.
Now Tia Toomey to step up to 260 pounds.
Put your hands together for Tia Toomey.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we do now, Dave?
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
What will Dave Castro do is we've got a tie, we're out of barbells.
okay, I didn't mean to just Dave you right there. I'm sorry, Dave. Mr. Castro, please walk onto the platform and go, this is the CrossFit Games. Who wants to see him keep going?
We're waiting to see what's going to happen. But this is Toomey's attempt at 260, Coach.
Look at this. Look at her feet, too. That was outstanding. Feet are flat. She drove right through the ground, pushed that platform away from her, created a lot of acceleration. Jesus. Oh, my God.
All right, we've got word. We're going to keep going.
You're welcome, everyone.
Yes.
This just goes to show you that if you complain enough, you're going to get what you want.
All right, 265.
Although, if they get to 275, I will ask them to stop.
Your ego can't take that. We're going to keep going. 265. And we started at 215.
The efficiency now has got to be critical. You really got to be efficient here.
I mean, and these are weights that
I was going to say, that's a great
4
point.
or 5 years ago, these are men's weights.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now we're watching the women get to this point. £265 for Amanda Barnhart.
Here we go, Madison.
Oh, first time she's failed to lift.
Uh-oh. That could leave
She
the
has
door open.
that.
Got to get
Still
the
plenty of
elbows
time.
around on this, right?
She has
And look
that.
at the narrow grip that she uses here.
And she won't be able to hit it. But Barnhart, at worst, will finish second. And if you can hear behind me, that's the crowd here in the road tent applauding her. And she's hearing it from the crowd as they come to their feet to salute her. That was a hell of a show.
If I think back to Cinco's, wasn't the women's deadlift weight close to 265?
You may be right. You may be right about that. That
And
sounds
now
about
they're
right.
cleaning it.
So here's Toomey for her second straight win. If she hits it, she wins. If she misses, we go to the tiebreak. Toomey for the win.
Up.
And it's 2 for Toomey. 100 points and 2 straight event wins for the defending CrossFit Games champion.
And there go the goosebumps.
Oh, champions are champions, right?
And as a result, Tia Toomey will nearly double her lead over Kristen Holton in the overall standings as she takes her second straight event win. 200 points here in the Coliseum. One day remains, and Tia Toomey is staring history in the face right now.
Tia's got some Fraser face going on. She
does
is
train with him.
dead serious.
That's her getting herself psyched up before she gets out there.
The composure that she kept, but also the consistency of the lead up.
I just love the way that she addresses the bar, that she's got a routine that she follows, good leg drive, feet are against the ground. She comes right out of that hole. Look at the hips go forward here to help support the weight. She's the freaking champion, and there's a reason why.
What an incredible show, and she knew it.
Outstanding.
So Tia Toomey, 2 straight for the defending 2-time champion. And Tia Toomey has the overall lead going into the final day of competition at the 2019 Reebok CrossFit Games.
What a show here in the Coliseum. The crowd is still fired up at you making that final lift at 265. When it comes right down to just you and Amanda and your rep for rep, how do you approach the barbell given the fact that you're such a veteran, but this is such a unique situation?
Oh, I mean, Amanda's really strong, but every lift, you just have to do you. Don't worry about what other people are doing. And I think I did just that.
Absolutely, you did. Now, moving forward, still a lot of unknown in the competition. We've seen a lot already, but there's a lot that could be coming down the pipeline. What are you hoping for?
Just for a good competition. It's already been so great, and thank you so much to all the supporters. These guys are amazing. Thank you.
Tia Toomey wins both events inside the Coliseum at the Alliant Energy Center, and as a result, her overall lead over Kristen Holta has nearly doubled. So Tia Toomey hits 265. Amanda Barnhart failed at 265. And then it seems like ages ago when we were watching Anna Franco, Catherine Davidsdottir, and Kristen Holta lift. So Holta will finish 5th in the event. Tia Toomey, great day number 3. 1 day remains, and 1 day stands between her and her 3rd CrossFit Games championship. We'll take a break. We'll come right back here. We'll get you set up for the men's event. Coach Bergerner's going to stick around. We hope you do. We'll be back on the Road Iron Games.